Welcome back, everybody. Now, Ori Inu, In Search of Self, is a hot new film that examines the importance of religion and culture.
And joining us today are the filmmaking duo behind the film, Chelsea Odufu and Emann Odufu. Welcome to Arise.
Thank you.
So you were brother and sister. I could never work with my brother. How does this work?
I mean, I think it's definitely a balance of, you know, like trying to preserve family life and family culture and also do business with each other. So we're like kind of best friends. I feel like we kind of became really close friends along this process of making this film.
And it just helps that we are both in search of self, you know, so we have been really kind of like to get together, finding out who we are as a family unit, on an individual level, but it's been great. It's been a great process.
Wow, and with both you guys, did you even make films when you two were kids?
No, not really. I mean, my brother did. My brother was a musician. He was a rapper, and I mean, when we were growing up, the only like kind of I feel like artistic exchange was sometimes he would let me get on a track. Oh. So
sometimes.
You know, sometimes. So I feel like when I was like 11, we would kind of collaborate. We would perform together sometimes.
Really?
I mean, this is.
We actually made a song like way back in the day. It was actually Chelsea's first hit song. It was called "Ugly Yeah," and it was.
We have to hear it.
No.
Ugly Yeah. No,
right,
do it now.
Come
on,
don't
we got the beat. We got a beat for you.
Don't be scared.
You know me.
Almost. We were so close. So close.
Almost.
That was a tease. Come on.
Nah, we can't give you. It was like my.
It was a different life. It was a different life. Past life.
So how'd you segue into film, and what made you decide to leave music behind, or do you still do both?
I mean, I always look at myself as a musician. I'm an artist and creative in general. But what happened was that I kind of just, in doing music, I've been wanting to reach the people in many different forms, and this is just how it manifested in this one time. Yeah.
Wow, and so like, why a film about Afro-Brazilian religion? Like, why?
So I mean, I'm at NYU. I just graduated from NYU, and we were looking for an idea for my thesis film project. And at the time, last year, we were just considering many different options. And Mike Brown just got killed, and we were considering doing a film that kind of talked about like police brutality and the struggle just of being a young black person in America. But then my brother showed me this article from NPR on the religion of Candomblé and how a lot of Brazilian practitioners are coming out of the hidden closet, as people would say, to practice this religion openly. And the article just touched me a lot. I'm like, there's over half the people in Brazil are Afro-Brazilian and practice religion, but are consistently getting persecuted about it. And it's something that kind of hit home to us as spiritual people who are on this journey and understand that like not everybody's going to completely align with your beliefs, and how to navigate that as a black person who kind of always has to balance assimilating into Western ideals, but also kind of preserving your culture.
Now, Emann, for those who aren't familiar with Candomblé, can you tell us a little more about the religion?
Pretty much it's a Yoruban religion that is kind of transplanted in Brazil. It's a syncretic religion. And pretty much it just is, it's kind of based around Orishas, and Orishas are a manifestation of God, and it's just different. It's kind of like I would look at it like in nature, like these or different Orishas represent different aspects of nature, and it's just a different way of looking at the world through spirituality. Yeah.
Wow, and what did you two learn, the most while making this?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we learned a lot about ourselves.
Really?
I mean, I feel like this whole entire journey of In Search of Self is a lot for me about self-love, and as cheesy as it may sound to say that, like, I don't feel like like to honestly and confidently say I love myself now is something that I don't necessarily know I would have been able to say at 15. So being able to really just embrace my African roots, being African, but not necessarily always being connected to being African or wanting to be. I used to get picked on for being African growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
No, totally. We grew up in Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey is kind of like an area whereby, I mean, if you're not like African American, like that's the norm. So if you're not outside of that, you can kind of be confused about your identity. And so this was a labor of love whereby we were kind of embracing our own identities and finally like standing in who we actually are, So it was great.
And you're Nigerian and Guyanese?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And who's Nigerian, mom or dad?
My father's Nigerian, or our father's Nigerian, and our father's Nigerian, and our mom's Guyanese. Yeah.
Okay. And how did they meet?
America, like we both came to America, came to one city. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I think they work together.
They work together. Okay, yeah.
Okay. That's another story.
That's a completely another story. Yeah.
What has the reaction been to this film thus far?
Everybody's really embracing it. I feel like even in casting, we would, during auditions, there's so many people who come in and be like, oh, I went to my Babalawo and like asked him to pray over the film. And like you realize how many people actually practice African spirituality on the low who like don't really talk about it. And that just kind of goes to show. But we've been kind of getting love like all over the world. And that for us, we always say like this is kind of a dream that we even have a bit of buzz in our film. It's just like kind of crazy. Just like.
Yeah, for me, it's crazy because it all came from an idea. We literally sat down about a year ago. And it was like, Chelsea, well, here's an NPR article. And then from here, all this stuff is manifested in about a couple months. And our lives have literally changed, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's been great. And I really am happy that people are taking to the film and just seeing that we are being genuine in what we're doing. Like, I think the reason why people are relating to the film is because it's a genuine experience that a lot of people go through. And whether you are Christian or you're Jewish or whatever, it's a universal story. It's a story of enlightenment and finding yourself that regardless of whether you're Afro-Brazilian, you can relate to. So.
Wow, and you guys said that you wanted to remove a lot of negative stigmas surrounding this. Do you feel you achieved that?
I feel like we're still in the process of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like once it reaches the masses on a larger level, then maybe we can start saying that. But I think that right now it'll be a little bit too quick. Be like, yeah, we changed the world already.
We changed the world already.
We already changed the world.
Yeah.
But so far, the reaction you said has been positive, and you can see that there has been some immediate impact.
Yeah, everybody, I like to follow people's posts on Facebook, and people just show us so much love. It's kind of crazy.
But I think it's not even necessarily completely the film. I think right now there's a kind of an awakening just in general that's going on in social media. If you look at the social media, there's a lot of, especially around I think African-American youth or even just youth in general, there's been a lot of, like the Black Girl
Teen
Magic and Teen Melanin,
black,
and these things are
Afro-punk
very
swag.
black. All these things have become more popular, and I think our film just came in the right time and amidst a kind of a culture that is already kind of moving toward these kind of ideas anyway. So. And
also the opening of people's minds to other quote unquote religions that might have been regarded as sort of either too extreme in some way, if you will. Isn't that how it's been regarded historically?
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think part of what we're trying to do is, or we think at least, that there's kind of a spiritual awakening going on with all of the murders and persecution of Black and brown bodies globally, that people are really taking to reconnecting with their African ancestry and traditions and really openly embracing it, right? That like the era of consciousness kind of went out of style, right? Hip-hop music was changing from being conscious to now, and now people are really like, I want to be natural, I want to have my fro. Like, like Black power is a lot more, and Black love and all that type of stuff is a lot more, I feel like, prominent and accepted now. So yeah, we're just trying to, further empower people with the work that we're trying to do and the messages that we're trying to see. And, like I want dark-skinned girls to look at my film and be like, wow, like I'm happy to be dark-skinned, or like I'm happy to be African, and I don't care,
I'm happy to be both.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Do you practice candomblé at all?
No, we don't practice candomblé, but I feel like we're both very, very spiritual people. Our spirituality manifests in different ways, but I feel like I haven't decided as to whether or not I will be getting my Alike's necklace, but a lot of my friends and people who I'm really close to, like my friends Oshun or my sisters, they performed at Afro-Punk and performed in our film as well, are kind of really guiding me or inspiring me to really further connect. So I feel like I have experiences with the Orishas, but
your father's Nigerian. Is he Yoruba?
No, we're Igbo.
He's Igbo.
Yeah, we're Igbo. But like being Guyanese, like there's just so many different magical, mystical stories you hear about the Bakuman who held down your house, or like the mermaid. So I feel like our entire life we've kind of been like just, I don't know, open to.
We've always heard these old traditional stories that kind of shaped our stories that we want to tell. So it's really just a continuation of that. One thing we learned when we were making this film is that how interconnected a lot of these things are. Like even though candomblé is in Brazil, that we were in Trinidad shooting our film and realizing that they kind of like Mayamaya and Oshun are given reverence there as well. We actually were told, Chelsea was told that to shoot our, Chelsea went to
Location Scout, and there was an Oshun priestess who just did a river cleansing, and she like came up to me, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, we're about to shoot a film," and she's like, "Well, you have to shoot your film where the sisters meet." So since we know about the religion, we ended up shooting our film where the sisters meet in Grand Riviere in what is it called? In Trinidad, yeah.
Where
And
the,
it was
where
just,
the river met the ocean.
and it was
Sisters
just
meet the river and the
perfect.
ocean.
Like we got to this location, like this is perfect. Like it was just no question about it. So I feel like our whole entire experience making this film, so many just like magical and like positive things have just like kind of manifested on this journey.
I like your energy, you guys.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Great. So what's next for you?
We're trying to complete this film. We are we're trying to do a self-release. A lot of people, since we've been getting such a good feedback from people, we want to take our film on tour and kind of do private screenings and hopefully do a release for early spring 2016.
Yeah, we feel like the digital realm is kind of like giving a lot of different opportunities to
Absolutely.
really kind of market yourself and really just kind of do it on your own. But and so far we've been doing it on our own, and it's been
My
working
mama.
out well. Yeah, our family has been kind of doing it on our own, and we kind of want to keep it, see how it goes. You can feel like you can be an artist and a business person, you know.
True.
So we're trying to kind of blend the world, blend the worlds of the two.
Well, do you think you can rap us to break? Your old school rap? I'm kidding. She's like deer in headlights. She's like the sisters aren't meeting here. Thank you guys so much
you
for
for
being
having
with us.
us.
And
Thank
you.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with more Rise Entertainment 360.